So I'm welcoming everyone. Should have kept the pureness of God. So we're going to create it ourselves now. Hello, everyone, again. Okay, so the theme is not new, but we will going to open it differently this time. So how can we rephrase this theme? Maybe it's the instruments of the quantum being in this world, or in my world as a personality. Everyone can name it as they want. It's like we're very much concentrated on our self. So we need to understand that we understand ourselves as my name, as the family, the surrounding of people, of situations in life. And all of this is making me as me, being me. Someone will say, no, this is not like this. I am like a soul, and I am a free consciousness that knows everything, that doesn't need to be reminded. I'm a soul, I'm a light. And it begins some kind of affirmations that we got used to. But when we close the monitor of the computer, we come back to the normal life and we drown into the madness, and we're still going back to this personality, who I am, name, age, and stuff. So I want you today bring your attention to that information. Why do you need this information for, and why do you came here on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and are listening? I'm transmitting the flow of information because my biological brain is maybe a little different from others. Maybe it's smaller, maybe it's bigger. It's not about being more or better. It's more like a special vibration that is transmitting through me. And today I will offer you to watch your or observe your inner biological understanding of yourself, different from you, from how you used to do it. And Vladimir likes to listen to Ina, and Ina likes to hear questions. So why do we need this quantum healings of law? What do we need to heal? I mean, this is what you need to understand for yourself, for your personality, for your, I don't know, child, or even your remembrance. I mean, the fact that you can leave yourself behind, or you can go more than just by your body. What are these quantum rules? This is something that is not holding us in some kind of rules that we used to know. So I'm asking you to get out of these walls, of this ball, whatever you call it. There is a sphere where my consciousness is inside, and this is something that you understand yourself, how far you can think. So if you understand that you have those boundaries, you need to try to break them. This is the first principle of this game. So there is this restriction and there is the freedom. So if you go inside this duality, what is the first thing that you start to do? I bring on the choice. And this means that somebody just put on me this choice, says if you do not choose, you will lose something. Choose, you will lose something. And there is also another possibility to choose where you yourself, I mean, you can like play it or just do it. And this choice seems to be like getting beyond the one that makes the rules. So you're leaving kind of the chess field, and you start to see from another perspective. And then you see that there is this duality world, the black and white world, or something like that. And I understand that there is this world and also a world that I cannot call a world. Or what does the world mean to me? I mean, if we talk about Russian language, world is something where is no war, or like a space where life exists. Or is world something kind of a field where a government is, and it calls itself world government? I mean, there are a lot of interpretations of this understanding, but there is one that goes for me, and it's the most important, and it's about who am I in all of this? Who am I in this game of governmental leadership? I mean, you can answer that to yourself. Do I sit there somewhere with them in the government? No, right? So there is like a continuation. So if there is a government and I'm not inside of it, so I'm the one that the government rules with, right? And then there is this world, there is where you feel there is like a war. And if I'm not in the war, then who am I in this world of war? I mean, in the field where this gratitude and balance exists, or do I live in the field where are like death and bombs and stuff like that? I mean, we are trying now to like challenge the brain. You understand how many of you, me, and I are. And if this world is something with flora and fauna, with living organisms that can play and think, and also are able to fear or to laugh, who am I in this? And do you understand how many of you in those different variations there are? So, I mean, I even don't understand who am I in this. I am also a living organism. I have the ability to feel, and I also somehow look. I also have a beautiful or not that beautiful body. I also have the organs of feeling, also have organs of transmitting information, of the energy or the vibrations, that what I'm translating into this world. So in this moment, I can watch myself from the side. I can compare myself to like a flower, to a tree. And so this is the question: how do I see myself? I mean, earlier they said like the human is the king of the world, and then afterwards came the lion as the king of the jungle, or something like that. So who am I? How do I manifest myself on this planet, on this earth, in this space of the game? But do I interpret myself only in my body. I mean, it's also kind of a restriction, but this is also like my position, my boundaries. I step into this space that is so diverse, and all the time I manifest myself in something, but I forget about it. But uh, those who need me to be in those kind of boundaries or restrictions, they do always remember because they need me there, you know? But maybe for someone, it's important that you forget or that you think different, like for the world government, for example, and that you are transmitting all those different emotions and signals. I mean, it's like a huge incubator um, of growing species of a certain energy, a certain vibration, but you can see literally what kind of vibration they want to create. And you also can see and feel what kind of a vibration they want to like kill or make it disappear. So it's very important to get rid of those boundaries so you yourself can bring yourself in the puzzle that you need and make yourself or like do a personal upgrade to not disappear in those games of theatrical decorations. The same way I can transmit in my life, like in the space that exists around me, to the people and everything, out of the point of my own existence. Like for now, maybe I would like to play with someone of you to have a little conversation if there's someone here that wants to. Yeah, there is. So if I ask you a question, Volodya, can you explain to me who are you in this world? So I am a person that didn't found himself yet, but I want to live happily. But how old is you? So if we're talking about Earth age, then 35, like the body or in the passport. Okay, see, so this is how you betray yourself. I'm gonna prove it to you. It's not about the soul age. Let's go back to the age of this personality of Vladimir when he didn't even have a passport, like I don't know, 10 years old or something. What would he say about him? Who are you? I'm a happy guy that is riding a bicycle, walking around. And he would not say something like, I'm searching for myself and didn't found myself. So there is no you that is now. So how old would you say would you be? So how many years ago did this thought appear of you haven't found yourself and stuff? I mean, like 10 years. So you are 10 years old now, right? When you brought yourself to this upgrade of thinking like this, like let's play another game. So there was like another goal. So you don't need a bicycle anymore. You don't need to like prove to another guy something that you're stronger, for example. So you need to like prove it to yourself, your like your age. So you need to get rid of this kind of update. I mean, the neuro connections in the space of a person when he starts to change something. He starts, for example, changing the thought or the direction of the goal. So if there are no questions, yeah, you can turn off the microphone so we won't get disturbed by the noises. But I'm telling this to everyone. So you are describing this world as who in this moment? And here's like a pause. Well, like a personality, but this is kind of not a direct interpretation. But now you have the moment to think, who am I? The one that perceives this world that he lives in right now, and he who's reacting, who's describing, who's thinking, who is like provoking, creating the next steps, who is pointing the starting of the future. Who am I, like a man or woman, like a mushroom or a flower, or like a fence? I think I don't understand everything that you say. Maybe my wife will continue. So it's very difficult to understand for him those fine materials. I mean, when you ask who am I can like divide. I mean, there is I as certain personality, like my body, my emotions, my remembrance and everything. But there is something else that is observing all of this. And I am this. I cannot explain it like better than this, but it's more like a state, a constant state of being, where everything is at the same time. So you can like observe this personality, but also bring yourself into other people. I mean, yeah, you're right. I understand that. I mean, this is when we start um like grow in our like spiritual growth. We do get these understandings, but when we finish this translation and we go back into this life, the normal life, and we are not in the state anymore of this observer, of this widened radius of perception, you get back into the role of a woman that is carrying like a child, who has like a husband, who's perceiving the thick material world, or like has children. Oh, I need to cook something for them and stuff like that. All of this brings us back in this game, and this is also good, and we don't need to escape this, but there is some layers um, of what um, the world is dictating us, that is written down in our passport, or those programs where you felt fear or anger or whatever. This is all compressed in yourself. So this is all transmitted through some magnetic fields, and it brings the decorations of the nearest future, and they're like depend on my inner feelings, on my inner technical how do you call it? Like things that are preset. So I kind of try to show you through Vladimir how to um, get rid of those boundaries, of those manifestations of yourself, of the one that I am not. That all those things that are coming from the past, from the childhood, where I'm like put into like an ankle and stiffened and tensed. So it's all about who am I now? What do I put in priority? And what is my goal actually? And so when I just say all of this to myself, I am getting to the format of time. How long do I exist in those thoughts which have a goal? And then I start to understand that the life of my personality is divided into some fragments, and in the essence, they are not look alike one to the other, because every level of life formed me completely different, like in a different role. Maybe I do look kind of the same, but the thoughts and the emotions are completely different. I mean, even 15 years ago, they are different than what I think right now. This is what we need for the brain, who will say, what shall I think of it? I mean, I'm great anyway. I am on a different level right now. Do you understand it now? This information? So when I ask myself, who am I? And through what image do I see this world, and what do I transmit into this world to create my reality? Then I will maybe understand better what is happening. So what am I transmitting into this world? What kind of emotions? And this is something that you need to answer yourself. I mean, you won't lie to yourself. I mean, we kind of do that, but for now, maybe what kind of emotion do you have? I mean, maybe you are like disgusted or something, or someone had an insight or something. So all of these sparkles of this emotions, they have their own information, their own vibration of this information. And in when this wave exits my physical body, it touches the space of the happening. I mean, this is what all the time happens. It's all the time makes the future. So this is what those governments want to achieve, why they actually manipulating all the masses of people through the consciousness, because the consciousness is the key, because the key is to manifest yourself, to image yourself. Now, remember what do you like how do you saw yourself as a child? I mean, that this was always something about your parents, what they told you, where you were, like in school, in the streets, friends or something. So if you remember that, so what kind of things people told you you are and what you felt. Do you like those emotions? What does your physical body say? I mean, this is the one that remembers. When we work through this state, we I mean the thinking of the consciousness, then we touch the important structure of the physical body, like the psychophysics. It's a very difficult for medical workers to understand that, and they start to yeah, give pills, like chemical pills. So yeah, you can also comment or ask questions in the chat or something. So you cannot enter this space in a person, then rather than give them pills right now. I mean, all those coaches, psychologists, maybe someone can touch like the surface, but once you understand, you can do it yourself, and you can reprogram or just close those like emotions and stuff that is inside, and like bring that information to an end that made you feel hurt or whatever, um and try to like um take your superposition where you are this world, like your space, your field of thoughts, and your creativity, your energy, like you yourself. Like at some point you were told you are nothing, you are a small whatever. When you grow up you will understand, and now we grew up, we're already 30, 50, 70, and they're still in this state. There was no moment as I grew up and understood everything. I remember, Ina, we were talking at my session exactly. Um, we were talking about this theme. I mean, there's something like a layer inside that does not allow my soul to like grow or like show itself. And then now I remember my parents also told me I'm this, I'm that, and I was told like you're a good girl, right? You need to do this and that. But I didn't feel what they said. But for example, I wanted to, I don't know, ride a bicycle, and I just didn't want to. And they were like, yeah, but you're a girl, you can't do it, right? You should do something else. But I wanted it. But so again, there is this, even if it was told like in a nice way, like you were a girl, right? I mean, this is like a reverse um like bad thing to say. You're not like a girl should be, you cannot do these things, you know. So in the essence, it's putting you down emotionally. it's it's even better to make an example of the learning period. I mean, you need to be good in school, and it made me it made me feel I had to be obedient. And this is also something why um I have a lot of aggression to this world, that I need to do you need to do what you were told and not what I actually want to do. And at some point where I started to understand that, I knew I don't want to like live like that. And now my understanding of myself is like different. So I'm different, and I can do whatever I want, and I need to listen to myself and what I feel is my inner truth. Yes, right. But there is like still this moment of feeling sad or mad about those people. So there is still left this aggression inside of you. And through it, I try to escape this bubble. I want to I want to also say that I am mad at myself, that why was I so little and why couldn't I resist? But there's also duality here, you know? There is, this is like something you say to yourself, I'm so strong, I don't want to look at them and listen to them, I'm stronger than them, but they're still them, they exist, and if they wouldn't exist, I would not have to bring myself to that position. I want to transform myself only because they exist. So they exist, you know? So I don't need to run away from them because they exist. Let's have a look at them from another perspective. This moment that happened didn't go anywhere. And the time that left or passed, and it's only because there is something like a time here, but still you are kind of in this situation again. So when you get into your thoughts of this moment, then you are again in this situation and you look through your eyes, um, uh, um, thinking of, are they happy, are they taking his right places, are they successful, are they wise, are they um yeah, where they want to be. So whenever I understand that their role of judges and of raising children is different than yours. So a little side thing, when a doctor earlier couldn't heal a person, or the person died, then he couldn't be a doctor anymore. So what is the difference of a doctor and a parent that raises children? So if a parent that did not achieve what he wants his children to achieve, how can he judge or manipulate those children, the thoughts of the children? So I like see, Vera, what you're doing, like you're getting above them and you're like, ah, wow, this is how you are, and they start getting smaller like your parents. You can feel now inside yourself that something is um, getting out of you, this block, this emotional block of the emotional um, so Ina sees like she needs to like get this tension out of herself. You can like breathe it out or spill it out, and you can go back to that state of you where nobody can judge you if you're good or not good. When you free yourself, so when you get out of the addiction of being like judged, then you step out like of 70% of the game, because you cannot be caught on these emotions. I mean, on those feelings of manifesting yourself. So what we are talking about is also like a lot more than only about you and your personality. It's also about the masses, like the systems of music, of fashion industry, of schools, of everything that is manipulating us. This is very interesting to play with that. You don't need to work on yourself. You can just divide yourself from all of this. It's not important to get the truth. It's important to understand the difference in the moment of now. How do I differ from that, what the system is giving me? And this difference I can like build myself up. So when I do see myself as a little, I don't know, child that is afraid, anxious of the information that came towards her, so I can widen myself into this personality of my higher self, and try to like widen myself and be bigger, higher, and stronger, and more powerful. So you can change the focus, the point of your focus, and see everything differently. So I will repeat myself. It's not important to understand the truth. It's important to understand how to differ. So you start to not you start to differ from the person who is doing what he's told to do. So also all of these children who had only the best grades, how do they end up in the adult life? And same as the ones that were bad in school, they are now in life like successful mostly. I have another question, Ina. It's a little different from what we're talking about. So sometimes I'm having conversations with people. I have the feeling that the person has no soul, or like I don't feel it. Is I want to understand if I need to like wait for uh something to expect of this person. I mean, he's like a bio robot. So is there a thing to do? Yes, there is. Yeah, you need to understand what you are differ, how you differ from this personality, because it's all about your system. Your avatar is also a bio robot. It's a biological structure. Who in the structure is living? There is like a lot of forms that are living in those bio robots, but it's important to understand who is the one who manifests or defines himself in this. So the way you want to see it, the way the dialogue will be, and it doesn't matter who is in front of you. If you will search in this people, who is he, where is his soul, you will be the one who will lose himself. I mean, also, what is the goal, right? So why do you do this? Are you afraid to be the one that is not a soul anymore, or what? No, I mean, I think sometimes that person like can do more or better, but then I understand like no. So when you are expecting from someone something, then you are not valuing yourself. You're putting your responsibility to this person, the part of yourself that you cannot create in your life, and this person cannot create it for you. So even if this person can create it, he will create it for himself, not for you. So if I give someone the key to build up a business, then he will build up a business for himself, not for me, right? But if I take these keys into my head and start to create the life as I want, then I don't need helpers. But sometimes you need like co-workers that will also like create and try to bring their best, and out of this state they will love to like co-create with me. This is the principle of life, and there's nobody responsible like for it, but we are all different and we have all different goals. So someone wants to like be successful, want to be creative, want to be spiritually whatever awakened. Someone will only want to have like a nice family in balance and harmony, like there is nothing bad about it. But what if I will search in people who will give me this success? Then I already told you, you lose anyway. So this is why we're heading back to this wonderful information, this energy that, I mean, somebody said it like this or like that. This is important to have it to succeed or to achieve something. Even in the, I don't know, medical or technical parts, we always get an instruction how to use. There is also kind of an instruction to our life, and everyone has its own. You can like put it out of yourself and you can open and read it. And this instruction will not be on 7 pages. It will be, I don't know, in 2, 3 sentences. And these sentences, I mean, I'm trying to lead you in kind of a meditation state. Try to feel it and to answer it for yourself. We understood that this instruction was held from us. And just try to read now. Try to read the sentence that was hidden from you. You can also like write it down for yourself. There is kind of a direction, a recommendation, or just a definition of who you are. And there's someone that thinks, oh my God, he should not know this. Or the question, what shall I do? How shall I do it? It's written down. What is the thing that you should know? If somebody have got this information, I would like you to share. Mine was like live for yourself. Yes, right. And everything that you try to give others, this is what you need yourself. And the others will take them from their own sources. Somebody is maybe not even ready for it or not there yet to get it. But if I want to give something that I needed, I need to understand it through the others. This is what is actually happening. Yeah, you can also put it in the comments for all of them that are with us. I want to ask, so sometimes I fall in a state, I mean, I'm doing and doing stuff, and when I go back, come back to my senses, so you feel like you're like half blind and you understand that you were like whatever, but not here. But as I always say, you should more often put off the VR glasses, or to turn off your computer more often. It's like an intimate dialogue with yourself that you should do more often. First question: how would I start this dialogue with myself? I would ask, what is holding me back? No matter in what. I am energy, everyone knows, right? But if you think of energy like in a fixed state that is like caught in it, and you start to like run, it's a wave, it needs to move, right? So what is holding me back in my life and my thoughts, in my perception of other people? And the dialogue will start when you're alone with yourself. It can be when you fall asleep, or when you wake up, or when you are driving a car, or when you cook. We always have this dialogue. It never stops. I don't even know any person who could stop this dialogue. Even if something happened, it's in all other spaces where he can like perceive in this emotional states, and he can like have this dialogue. So this dialogue is always ongoing. So what is holding me back? Not who. Oh no, not anyone. Someone will get an answer from its body. It can pulsate someplace. Someone will, I don't know, have an image, a personality, or no matter what, no matter if this person is not even in your life anymore, not thinking about you, this person lives inside of you. You need to get it out and free it. What does the sea, or uh, do when it gets dirty, and when all of those things are like inside the sea? So it is like getting rid of it. So that's why all the strands are full of dirt and trash. So it's always um, a wavy movement. You don't have to wait to like get rid of all those things. It has, of course, its physical rules and stuff, but we live in this world together with all of those waves and hurricanes that are happening, and we always react towards them. So this is why you really need to cleanse. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to see it as trash or something. You can always or only see yourself when you get in the position of zero. And only out of this position, the balanced position, you can look at the left and the right, and do not like drown in these waves, because you are ruling those two polarities. So stop more often and speak to yourself. So whenever you are having this dialogue and you are monitoring yourself, be aware that the day will start differently, because you will have a different decoder of the biological process. Let's check out what the biological decoder is. What does Wikipedia say? So a decoder is something that is taking information of one image in another, and in some kind of a device. So this device is our biological brain, and there is this decoder inside which takes the information, like kind of energy, and due to all of or due to this device that we have, it transforms the information the way that we need it for our biological structure, with all its sensors and like, yeah, senses in general, like what we see, we feel, we hear, we taste, yeah, our perceptions. So the decoder in a program, it's like an own app that brings up the files, like the portions of informations that is getting inside of us or coming to us out of the external world into ourselves, that is connected to another program. What is then this other program? I mean, we have a lot of them in our structure. It can be also be the program of the microbiological presence of life that are there, that we need for our physical body, for digestion, for the chemical processes that are ongoing in our organisms. And this is where our psychophysics very, very much is reacting towards. You ate something like not good, and your emotional state changes immediately. I mean, most of the things that we can buy in the supermarkets is full of not good stuff, let's say so. Or you can be like with a person in a room that ate something like that, and his emotions are playing, and they're like coming towards you, and you can also start to feel it. So there is this reptile brain that we have, the program of it, and the one that is on our right side of the brain. It's kind of the spiritual perception of the soul or of us, and the left side is the analytical perception. We need both here, but there is also this third thing that is called reptile brain. It doesn't matter when it appeared and how it appeared, but it also has its reflexes that are like were born into us or even put in by society. And this program is very much helping to see us or forcing to see us the information in a special, out of a special perspective. it's like always getting into fight or fighting for something, against something, be aggressive, be afraid, and stuff like that. And whenever I shut it off, this reptile brain, this program, this animal instincts, let's say so, and I get into this play of the right and the left brain side, and then I start to perceive the world out of the state I know everything and I know how, because there is no fear there, or nobody wants anything from me to like make my life better. I just do it myself. And then I'm in harmony to everyone and I don't have any issues with anyone. And I just love you in every kind of way. I am whole, my in inside of me. This is like self-regulation. This is important. And this is so easy, right? I go back to myself and just turn off all of this plus instrument. It's not even something bad that came into myself on something bad, reptile brains programs. It's just also something to play. I mean, yeah, right, I played with it. It's not interesting anymore. I want to use my own instruments. There is also this power that brings up the waves and fire and everything. And there's the consciousness that is observing it and defines it. And then there is a consciousness that is fighting against it. So now you can choose who you want to be. And now you see you are the first, the second, and the third. You can also create those waves. So we have minimum 3 parts in ourself that are taking us out of this state of not being divided. It's the state of superposition where I always am, and then there is this dot of myself where I can observe everything from at the same time. Are there maybe any questions? Can I? Yeah, right. I want to ask about the brain. I had a state before it. I had like very much pain in this part of my head. I didn't know if I just uh so now I just felt whenever you were talking, I just saw like this pain disappearing, like it just got out of me, as if your own consciousness just gave you a push and it just exited your body. It was very interesting to observe it. So I just wanted to share. So we don't need to do anything. We just need to activate the information about ourselves, like to get into this point of superposition. I mean, there are people who are like well, there was a man, Richard Payman, out of the 60s, and he was um, telling about very interesting stuff, more like scientific. And he was telling a story when a man lost his key. I mean, it was evening, dark outside, and there were like lamps outside of the street, and he was searching something, and there was another person who asked, what is he searching for? And he said like, yeah, my keys. And then the other guy was saying, but you could also have lost them somewhere else, not only here. And he said like, if I will search here, I will find something in anyway, because there's light here, and everywhere else I won't see anything, so I won't find them. So it's very important to turn on the light, and even if you won't find the lost keys, you will find something else. You will find yourself, because all of the keys are inside yourself. And what to do with that further, it's all about your own choice. Sometimes we go back into this game to get some kind of emotions, or to play all of these roles of a conqueror or whatever, or the one who was conquered. And all those people who are together in this play, they will also play with you along. And this is how we like uh like in childhood, when we are playing hide and seek or something, we will we can do the same like now to play, but without being like right or wrong. You can still be in the state of this play, but you can do it out of the state of being the superposition, this self-consciousness that is creating its game as the one who actually created it. Who is creating the game? The programmer, right? The one who wrote the game. So the one who is also codes all of these games and stuff. So the creator, the programmer, and this is how it all starts. But then we forgot to take out of our to take off our glasses. Yeah, and with age, with biological age, the goal of all of it always ends up with healing your health or getting better in health terms, or activating your mind and your physical body. So we start to live more actively. We try to, I don't know, go to fitness, to walk more, swim, whatever, travel. So you just turn on this movement that is important for the body, massages, whatever. We do speak a lot about that. We also do this manipulations and physical exercises to like bring up the lymphatical system. So it's all about blood and the lymph and the liquor fluid, like in the spine. Yeah, that goes through the spine and bringing the brain back into his like perfect state. These are also kind of informations informations that are carried towards the nerve system. So if we talk about medical logotypes, pictures, whatever, I try to find one right now. I uploaded, downloaded a picture. I want to share it with you. For many of you, maybe it's already clear and they already like seen it and know about it. It's very small, right? So here you can see literally that there is like this glass inside with a magical substance inside, and some wings and two snakes. That looks like the structure of DNA that we have. I think I don't need to like explain everything, why it is like that. I mean, there are also pictures with where the snake is above. I mean, why again reptiles? I mean, this glass is like the essence of our spine. This is where everything comes for that and towards that and through that. If we translate it into Russian, then it sounds like a sound, like a vibration. I mean, if somebody claps in the hands and I can hear it like as a bomb, or like just very like silently. I mean, this is like a perception of my mechanism, like how my ears hear. I defined it somehow, like how loud, for example, I hear it, but actually it is a field of a wavy movement, and this wavy movement is disturbed by another wave. So there is like this correlation from one wave with another. And when you go back to the spine, it's sounding, it's vibrating, it's moving. It's also a wavy stream in a special structure. I mean, this, it's like something that you can rule with. It's like a magical stick that has like all the magicians or fairies had. This is our essence, actually. So somebody like uses our essence, and by interfering with another wave, with another information, and it starts to like collidate, and you start to perceive information differently. It's like a disbalance instantly in your nerve system. So you are perceiving it like out of tension, I don't know, sadness, madness, aggression, or happiness. So there is like some kind of an interaction or intervening. This is what we observe in our life and also in life of others. That's what medicine is about. When you open up the information inside yourself, and that's what we actually do here whenever we meet, we open our flows and free our spine from outer interactions. It doesn't matter if it's medicine or if it's some magical black magic stuff or something. The most important thing is that we cleanse it out of all of this not to you belonging interferences. And further, we start to observe what is happening in our mood, in our physics, in our breathing, how we walk and stuff. Whenever I free myself, like free my spine from all those parasites, I mean, like it's like a mushroom on a tree. You start to breathe differently, your thoughts change. They're there, you start to light. This is what we call, or why we need to have this conversation with our body, with ourself, this dialogue that we were talking about. So if we come back to the beginning, what do we need for that? We need to define ourselves towards something, someone. Who am I towards the one that I am mad at? Who am I the one towards the one that I'm afraid of? Who am I? Who am I towards myself? Who I define myself? This is very interesting to open this up. I like to have this example when my son came back in the first grade from some kind of a competition. He doesn't liked it. He didn't understand why he need to compete against someone. And he was like, well, they won and I conquered them. And I was like, well, okay, I got you. Let them think the way they want, how they see themselves, myself. The most important thing is what I feel and how I grow from that. Who has questions or something to add? It's very interesting to see that how light I felt when I understood that I don't need to win. It's getting easier when you understand that you are in the game. When I understand that it is a game, then everything changes. Ah, okay, this is not for real. Okay, okay, let's go. Let's start playing for real. I also wanted to share like a life hack for people. If something goes wrong, just remember that you are in the game, and all the happenings in life, they kind of are not that serious anymore. It's like you start seeing the things not that important. and it happens that there are not that much negative things are happening. So also there is this insight that if I look at people who I was afraid of, I see that they're the same insecure, the same afraid, or whatever towards me and other people, because we do not differ at all from each other, only with the part of the definition, who am I towards myself. Yesterday I had a very interesting session today. She doesn't want to go public, unfortunately, but I explained to her that every every action that you start, and you do that like every second or every minute, even like an inhale, it's a new a new act to do. But it's also about like meeting people, or just picking up the phone or something. Just enter this space in that image that you have prepared. So how did we go to an exam when we learned and need to yeah, like to put up an exam, and we were afraid, we're trying to I don't know, take something, eat something correctly, some chocolate or whatever. You learned so much and prepared yourself. And if I see the image of myself, then I feel like very small and tensed. But when I go back to this image now and start to reprogram it, and try to um, get out of it, like free myself from it, then you can see that my wave purity of the successful and smartest whatever person, then everything changes. The happening changes. The scenario of the day changes. It's everything interesting that has happened in your life. You need to enter it like with pride, with an opened chest and a straight spine. This is what generates your wavy field. I mean, you may know more of geometrical space than I do, but I think you got me. Any questions? Can I
Ну,
say
есть этот
something?
момент, что я всегда боялась там
Yeah, this
идти в
moment
налоговую или
that I always been
правоохранительные
afraid
органы. У меня всегда
to
был
go to
такая
the
косичка,
state's
которая все время
organs for
поднималась,
taxes, for
опускалась.
example, and I was
Но я
very much
вот
afraid of it.
испытала такой момент,
And
забыла.
now I had this moment. I went there,
Я
and
смотрю, они вообще другими стали.
I
Они
look at them and they're so
так
different.
вот совсем, или я их так вот, ну, я так
Maybe I
воспринимаю.
just see them like
А
this.
я спокойно все
I was like
смотрю
very
совершенно
calm,
другими прям лицами.
and
Я сама
everything happened
спрашиваю,
completely different.
переспрашиваю, что там получилось.
What does the system, the controlling system, do? I mean, like the state things as like taxes, insurances, whatever. How do they talk with people? It's like a special tonality how they do. They always speak like from above. it's always like they're the owners, not someone that is nice, a friend, someone who loves you and who wishes you all the best. But even if they do wish you the best, which they say they do, whenever they put new rules and say it's all for you, they still position their self like as a subtext that you you will you cannot do it yourself. You need like rules, you need someone who will lead you there. You cannot build your own life. You cannot do anything. Someone needs to do that for you. And this is how they're programming it, through the tone, the tonality, through the eyes, like how a strict teacher is looking towards a child. I mean, I will punish you beforehand just so you know your place. So for so many years of life, my psychophysics is already adapted to it, because they like pushed it inside of me since childhood. And this is how my body and everything was built up. This is like, remember, there are like trees for landscape design that are like that are looking very, very beautiful, very aesthetic. So they start to like rope those trees um from like childhood, and they start to like form it like through ropes, and then this trees look like very beautiful. So how do we differ from that? Similar. You can differ whenever you remember your information. Just believe in yourself. Thus you can like always change everything. Also trees, like the leaves are falling and then new leaves are growing. Only one thing is important: are you new in all of this when everything changes? I think was like a lot of information. Time is kind of up for today. Was very interesting. Let's
Да,
close it for today.
да-да.
Information also has its field, and you need to.
Только вопрос один имел, если
I
можно
have one more
разрешать.
question.
Я хотел спросить, так
I
когда ты
wanted to ask,
проживаешь, вот, ну, идет, течет это время все твое, и э, самое лучшее состояние, в котором быть, если я вот ищу такого, если можно такого искать, то это нулевая, ну, позиция, никому, ни к чему не привязаться, не определять себя
so there is
в
like this
этом нулевом
position for just being,
состоянии.
like being in the
И
state of
это,
zero, not to be
тоже
connected to anyone or anything.
не то, что смотреть, я забыл слово,
I forgot the word. Observing was the word.
на все возможные эти, не то, что координаты, но
To
какое
observe
были
all the
предположения, что
possibilities
ты
that we have,
можешь находиться в таком
so you can
состоянии, где ты
be in
можешь
the state
наблюдать на всем.
where you can observe everything at once.
Когда ты в нулевой этой позиции наблюдаешь на всем, и
Then you are in
ты
this state of
стараешься
zero,
просто
and you try to just catch, but not
Да.
like you are not the one that you are observing. You are in your own super spot, in your super position. And when you are in this point, you can be in every moment different. You can change yourself in every moment. Every information that comes, you can differently understand it, and so on. So this is like never ending. Yeah, right. And there is no future, no past. There is only the thing that goes beyond understanding of time.
принадлежит, какая приходит информация, у него должно не быть никаких фильтров, ну, никакой вот, он так нейтрально
So
должен
there shouldn't be any
воспринимать,
filters. You
да, он
should
так
perceive
нейтрально,
everything
он все
neutrally,
равно придет
and
какое-то, все равно какое-то место, где какое-то ограничение, наверное.
you will still find a place where restrictions are on, right? Well, this is all already your mind analyzing. I mean, you are right in everything, as if you started to think of it. So when you start to think of it, it already exists. So better not to analyze it. So you are stepping out of the definition of the observer. So you already got the creator and immediately started to analyze it. So it's not about what's going to happen in future, and it's not about the point zero. It's more the center. I'm in the center between all of it. This is this position was conquered by the parasites, who the one who is creating war is not participating in the war. He needs to have like black and white, red and blue. He is putting them against each other. He is creating informational files to put in right and in left, to observe what is happening. I mean, this is more like political aspect, like China is in this kind of a position, not even Europe. But this is already another story. Let's talk about our presence. When I am in this point of zero, of silence, of being. Remember the tornado? Inside a tornado is the most the best point in the tornado is like in the center of it. There cannot happen anything. So when I start to exit it, I start to get inside the tornado, and I like get lost and end up badly. So we always go back to the point of balance, of stillness. So we're just this observer. So this observer is inside of a personality, and he can see and feel and taste through this personality, and he plays with that. So I have like a super cool tools to play this game. There are like consciousnesses that do not have this. And whenever I got stuck in this game, I start being the game. So I got this personality that forgets that I'm also the observer.
Идеально пробовать быть наблюдателем, который
So what is there to do to try to be the observer, not knowing what to play and whom to play, just understand more?
Это все временно. Сейчас я хочу понимать, я играю в это. Пройдет
This
время,
is only like about a
будет
time.
другое.
Now you just need to understand, and time will pass, and then you will have another goal. And all of this you just observe. So even if you watch this game
Это
as
интересно.
an observer, you can still play it. Yeah, right.
Отдельный
This
зал
is
для
interesting.
конкретную,
Why would I enter
конкретный фильм или же
go to the cinema to watch a film or a theater? Why? Because
зрелище, как это
what I see and what I hear,
помочь им
whatever,
отвести их от себя. Но в этом хлебе и
I
пище, которую нам травят,
I
и
get like
зрелище,
food
которое нам кидают, и мы
that
через эту чужую
that I can like eat. So through this information, we can start like having those feelings of fear or loss or whatever. So if we're not creating ourselves the life that we want, then others will do it for us.
Так это нехорошо быть этом состоянии нейтральным наблюдателем.
So it's not good to be neutral observer. So you need to be like an artist and you need to understand what you want. Yes, when you're in this body, you are in this game, you are in this world of duality. You define there is right and there is left, there is forth and there is back. And I go as much as I can in this state of silence, of the state of zero or the center. I say thank you for everything and for everyone, also for translation. Thank you, everyone. I will be happy to see you soon back. Text me if you have questions. We will all open up all the themes and bring it up to a new level. Actually, everything already is. There are like 7 colors, but in the essence, out of the spectrums, there is only one thing. I mean, like artists, there is like one kind of a thing, and you can make different colors out of that. I mean, there is like one understanding in this world, and we mix it with different things, this understanding that creates a lot of tastes, a lot of different things. Well, thank you guys. I hug you with light. Thank you. Bye.